The first sign shall appear in the heavens. Justice shall fall upon the world of men. The armies of light and shadow will clash across the fields of eternity. Are you all right, my girl?
It was nothing, Uncle. Just a bad dream. We should be getting you home.
But there's still work to be done. If these translations are correct, the powers of hell could already be on the move. The world must be told of the coming darkness.
Thank you. should have run when they had the chance.
Weakness consumes you!
That is not possible.
This place is like a nightmare of some madman.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. I must have a corpse. I require a corpse for that.
This world
I
can
cannot
fight you
do
no
that.
longer!
I'm afraid not.
The night embraces you.
Give it more time. I need a corpse.
Always wanted to fight some of these.
I must wait. possible. Corpse for that now. That needs to recharge. I must have a corpse. That needs to recharge. That is not possible. for that. I cannot do that. Corpse for that. This is the way to the ram. I'd best find the seed rooms first. slew that. I'm afraid not. That needs to recharge.
Let us drive it back to hell! We are victorious! You fight with the will of an angel, Nephilim.
That needs to recharge.
I joined a caravan of refugees heading to Bramwell, but we never made it there. Brigands slaughtered everyone. I ran into the forest and hid for days before I dared come out. How am I ever going to find my son?
Peter and Lara have been playing hide from the monster all day. Such imaginative children.
There are no children here.
I said they were hiding, didn't I?
So the Horodrim have returned.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are. Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He was unlike anyone I ever knew. A normal man on the surface, but with a heart for all the world and everything in it. His death was a great disruption in the balance.
Could one man make such a difference?
Always. Did you ever consider destroying the Soul Stone?
The Black Soul Stone was made by a man, unlike previous Soul Stones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
Someone is always watching. What will you do if I recover it?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next. The people of Westmarch are starting to rebuild the city and bury their dead. Their strength is an inspiration. But there are children that witnessed their family being torn apart. Others climbed over piles of corpses to get to safety. What will they make of the world when they grow up? The city has scars that will linger for generations.
The King of Westmarch is dead.
I'd heard rumors, but I hoped. I didn't really care for the king at first, but he turned into a good ruler. Hadn't been himself lately, though. The last of his trusted advisors died recently. Hit him hard, it did. He would have recovered eventually. Now, he'll never get the chance.
I tried to leave the city today, but the gates are all closed. The guards won't let anyone in or out.
What are you going to do?
Stay here and hide, I guess. I am a coward.
Stop that! You're a good man.
I see death everywhere. Even when amongst the living, I see the specter of endless night. But you are different. Death's shadow surrounds you. It obscures all else.
According to the records, King Rackus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, and wore gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about? Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write with a strong protagonist. Rakus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins and the marshes outside the city may be their work too. Of course, whenever I ask the Crown for gold to further my excavations, there's always a more pressing matter at hand.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other, like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now, it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen. I don't feel like talking right now.
Is something on your mind?
I can't believe you found Miriam here in Westmarch. She helped Mira learn to control her power all those years ago. They'd whispered to each other for hours on end about visions and enchantments. My wife learned so much from Miriam. Maybe too much. Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
Huh. And now he won't go away.
You don't feel responsible for him?
No, I'm responsible for myself. Though I have decided to repay Hadric by helping him.
And I told you to stay away from my forge. Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadric.
Get out of my sight.
Bryson made a mistake, but he can still learn.
He's a fool. And fools end up dead around here.
Ah, so it's a personal matter.
What are you talking about?
You cannot control your emotions, so you drive people away instead. It seems to be effective, if misguided.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you. I thought on what you said. And you may have been right. Can't bear the thought of another friend's death.
But you also cannot bear a life without friends. You are not like me, Hadric. You need people.
I suppose so. Lyndon left a dagger here earlier. I'm guessing you're behind that.
Possibly.
Let me look. It's well crafted for a Kingsport blade, and the hilt seems to be hollow. Someone hid a note inside. Here, you should take it to Lyndon.
We can't start to rebuild until we know that the one who caused this devastation is dead.
I'm doing my best to ensure that.
I hope so.
Geldo, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads. Always traveling. You know, men have...
My duty.
So serious. What else can I tell you?
All priests.
It was no... I've had...
I would hear more of your travels.
Oh, I could tell you stories. Our wagon train came to a dying village once. The people threw rocks and jeered. There was only one poor family who welcomed us. I charmed my way into the mayor's office and told him that his village would soon be wealthier than he could imagine. He threw me out. He thought I was trying to rob him. Well, my vision showed me where the gold deposits were, but not who would find them. So I told the family who had shown us kindness where to dig. They are quite wealthy now.
How are you faring, Lyndon?
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you will try to find the truth.
You have no brothers. You've never loved anyone. You can never understand. Leave me alone. I'm getting drunk, and no, I'm not sharing.
Drink will not give you answers.
I already have answers. The bloody thieves guild killed my brother.
You know there's more to it than that. I think you're even less convincing when you're drunk.
And you're even more insufferable.
I always thought that Lysa was as strong as any of us, perhaps even the strongest. But she decided that the sacrifice asked of her was too great. How can I blame her? In her place, I might have made the same choice.
No. You would always sacrifice for what you perceive to be good.
But if the price is too costly, goodness is not enough. Perhaps there is a better way.
Happy to help.
How goes it?
I'll need more gold.
Prepare for the worst, my brother always said.
Did you know there were once two moons? Lyria is the one that is no more.
I thought it was a circus. Then I will...
I was telling you about Lyria. Oh, yeah. But they're just...
His obsession with...
yeah. Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Dirges had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Was Zai enamored with her?
No, but stealing from Dirges would make Zai a legend.
We'll never see our friends again.
I don't think he will live much longer. Whatever secret he learned will surely be lost with him.
I believe he encountered the witch Shadria. But she is dead now.
No.
But why? Why would someone do this?
She has done much worse.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after, she emerged, blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
He must have been worried.
No, not then. He felt pride. Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
He tried to kill him.
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh, then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens. The seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
All right.
Trust in Echoland.
I must wait. has blessed me. Give it more time.
A well-deserved death.
I cannot follow you if we just stand around.
rest is for the weak or the dead.
Grave news, my friend. The Sliver has revealed Malthael's plan to me, and it is worse than I could have imagined. He means to use the Black Soul Stone to capture all demonic essences, even those that linger in human hearts. If the stone is altered to rip the demonic essence out of every man, woman, and child on Sanctuary, they will all die.
Quickly then, we must begin the attack.
Malthael is fundamentally altering the Black Soul Stone. It will now pull in all the demonic essence from whatever plane of existence it finds itself in. But mankind is born of angel and demon alike. Every mortal, save myself, has demonic essence as an intrinsic part of their being. Losing that will rip their body and soul apart. Attack the hook! Destroy those hooks! We can't move until they're gone! Prepare for one last hit!
The gates are down!
Pandemonium Fortress. When I fought Malthael, my sword passed through him like air. He is in a state of death and life, impervious to physical harm. Your magic is not enough. To defeat him, you must channel the power of death, as he does.
No priest of Rathma has ever fully achieved that. How is it possible?
The power of the dead. If you could become one with it, you would be as Malthael is, and you could face him. But you must find a way, quickly. Every moment, thousands die.
At last, I have found you.
Master, why are you here?
We are reunited at our most dire hour. Many of our priests have fallen.
Even you, Master.
It is as it should be. I have come to aid you in defeating Malthael. You must wield a power beyond what you have ever dreamed possible. But first, you need to free us from our prison deeper in the fortress.
I swear it will be done.
The truth is that you were not finished with your training when you left us. But I knew that if you'd stayed, you would have died in Malthael's attack.
You said many perished. Why was I spared?
Your life serves the balance, as it always has. But perhaps you see it more clearly now. There is still a great deal you must do before your journey ends. This angel commands a power beyond his understanding.
Surely he possessed great knowledge as the Archangel of Wisdom.
Yes, but he sees virtue only in the light, not the balance. Without some measure of harmony between both these forces, we are all lost. The victory he imagines for himself could never come to pass.
The Black Soulstone journeys through the portal to Sanctuary.
incredible feat!
That is not possible.
I slew demons beyond count. I won battles and broke sieges, but it availed me nothing. I know that this war can have no victor, only an eternity of revenge, pride, and hatred. Tyrael does not understand. He cannot see beyond the glory of battle. In time, he may, but that day is not yet here. must be others who seek a way out of the endless strife. Angels and demons who feel enslaved by our fate. I
Give it more time.
In all of creation, I know my path. I will find those disillusioned below and lead them.
Hail to you, champion.
In this place, Malthael uses his dark crucibles to collect the souls of demon prisoners slaughtered within the fortress.
Once the crucibles are full, a scavenger appears and channels the souls to Malthael.
It is vital that the crucibles and the scavenger be destroyed.
That is not possible. I cannot do that. Scavenger, do not make me wait. That is too expensive.
Thanks to you, champion, Malthael can no longer feed on the souls of demons to increase his power.
I must wait.
My father is content to fight the same battles and the same foes while everything turns to ashes. Those victories might last a day, or a year, or 100 years. The war will never be won so long as he and his brothers lead. There is an end to it, but fools like my father are too blind to see it.
I'm afraid not.
Well, unimaginable! We must make haste. If we don't kill Malthael soon, everyone on our world will be dead in a few hours.
Give it more time.
I was struck down in the third charge. I lay upon the ground, only to wake in chains. I did not know that demons took prisoners. I babbled like a fool about my dreams of escaping this war. My captor freed me and said that we would meet again. Her name was Lilith, daughter of Mephisto.
I took a prisoner in the battle, an angel whose light was dimming. I brought him to my lair for my amusement. He surprised me. Touch seemed to breathe life into him. He raved like a madman about how he wished to escape the war. Perhaps I have found someone I can use.
This is what you spoke of. I feel as though I'm on the edge between life and death, and both will bend at my command.
You are closer to the cycle than any of us have ever been. Use this power to bring us peace.
You have given me a great gift, Master.
I give you a challenge. Do not fail. That is impossible. He was one of the fallen.
Then who leads our numbers?
You must show them the way. Ensure that our traditions survive.
Defeated and could not reach you.
There are many spirits here, great and small from across the lands. I have instructed them on how to aid their allies, much as I have aided you.
Of course. You consider everything.
It is a trait I would like to see in my apprentices as well. We studied the cycle for years, but we did not see the extent of this disaster. There were dark portents after the World Stone shattered. The Masters spent years trying to decipher them. It was clear that something was coming.
If only we had been better prepared.
My apprentice, if we had not made these preparations, you would not be standing before me now.
I see now. This is what you spoke of. I feel as though I'm on the edge between life and death, and both will bend at my command.
You are closer to the cycle than any of us have ever been. Use this power to bring us peace.
You have given me a great gift, Master.
I give you a challenge. Do not fail.
I could never have felt this way about a demon while I was mired in the endless war. The strain holds us prisoner to what we've been told to believe. She and I have made plans. We will bring others to our cause, and together we will escape.
Give it more time.
I sought wisdom in the chalice, but there was none. The sounds called to me, and I knew them. Human souls.
I must wait.
That was a worthy foe. Glorious!
I'm afraid not.
myself to sanctuary where humans dwell, but the souls did not call me from that place. I searched the breath of creation, always following the sound. Always the sound. And then I understood. Pandemonium. Where the world stone once rested.
Prefer slashing or stabbing? Or shooting?
The Prophet knew one truth. Evil cannot be destroyed forever. In time, it rises anew and stronger.
Wise words, though there are many who forget them.
Yes. And that is why I must carry on his mission. But I will not demand the sacrifice that was asked of my sisters. I and those who follow me will not sleep. We will pass on our task from generation to generation, ever vigilant and ready.
You shall take the place of the Prophet.
Who can say what the future holds?
to go back.
needs to recharge.
The souls swirl and writhe. I now know the truth of mortals. All paths lead to death. Whatever their struggles, whatever their triumphs, they die. That is wisdom. The souls of man show their potential for greatness. They can stand for good like any angel in heaven, or they can enact evil worthy of the lowest demon.
I must wait.
The power of such a choice should not rest in the hearts of beings who are here for an instant, then flare and die.
That needs to recharge.
Death will release you from pain.
That is not possible.
You are imbued with the power of death.
That needs to recharge. Returning to town.
If you see my children, please tell them to stop playing games and come home. Supper is almost ready.
Not for them.
When this is over, Tyrael will need to replace those who fell in the Tomb of Rakkus. And he'll continue to train and expand the Order of New Horadrim. With everything I've been through at your side, I think I can contribute to that effort. I know I'm of use here in Westmarch, helping the people recover and keeping order. Each must serve in his own way, but I would love to come help with the fight in Pandemonium, if needed.
finally found you, Lieutenant Derek. Will you come quietly, or are you going to run again?
I'll go with you. I'm no coward.
That's not how I see it.
Leave him be. He is a good man, and he saved my life.
He let good men die. He's a deserter and a criminal, and he'll be dead in the morning.
I'm at peace. Perhaps the one good thing I did by saving your life can make up for the bad I've done.
You are a good man. Remember that.
My visions cloud everything. I can find no escape. I plan to leave Westmarch, to be alone, far away from the constancy of death. Some people would call it a curse, and sometimes it feels that way. But perhaps it's not. I need time to know for sure.
Westmarch is currently ruled by Justinian IV. Originally thought to be a callow youth, Justinian came into his own in the years following his ascension to the throne. Rumors still abound about demonic activities surrounding his coronation, but I believe those are simply the product of overactive imaginations, fueled by the ever-prevalent myths of the Zakarum.
I've never learned precisely why Rakis chose to found his kingdom here. He must have had an important reason, right? I'm not complaining, but your roguish friend over there seems to think he can win my favor.
Who, Lyndon?
I've heard that you're journeying to a faraway land now. You won't forget to tell me about any discoveries you make there, will you?
What is it?
In the end, Zai trapped Dirges in the ruby Lyria had worn. Zai kept the stone around his neck as a reminder. In time, though, the burden grew too great to bear, and he cast off the stone. His divinity, everything. Where there once stood a young god, there was now just an old man.
Is that true?
So the story says. Zai's jewel is here, in Westmarch.
We must pursue it.
Dinner first, then we can go after the jewel. Do not worry. I think it can wait for a little while. Yes, this is the place! The jewel is here!
Shen! Come back.
can abide you no longer.
Where are you?
Embraces you.
Just a little fall. Don't worry!
I must wait.
Do not worry. I'm just down here. Everything seems perfectly fine. Wait. What is that?
I must wait.
make of that? What a monstrous creature!
I must wait.
Yes, all of this seems so familiar. Like it happened before. Hey, where are you? You're not lost, are you?
I must wait.
If you don't hurry up and come down here, I'll find this room myself. Find the keepers!
I cannot do that. I must wait.
There you are. I've been looking for you. But there's no point in standing around, is there? Let's go find it. It's so good to be able to show you around again. We really should do it more often. Huh? Maybe next time, one of the night markets, huh? The jewel is... isn't far from here. I can almost taste it!
Wait.
I do so love a good walk, don't you? It helps me figure things out, such as what I'd like to have for dinner.
Little Jewel! Where are you? I'll find you!
Where is it? Where is it? Let's find the jewel!
Give it more time. embraces you.
The jewel! There it is! No! This cannot be! It's been destroyed! Dirges is free!
Zai, is that you? You look different.
I believe you are mistaken. I am Shen.
I cannot do that. That needs to recharge.
Zai? Is that you?
Zai is gone, and no more. He's a legend, and a myth. The man who stands before you is but a simple jeweler. I have seen the years, and I have loved and lost, and I have grieved and wept.
Whoever you are, you have freed me, and I am happy to have looked upon your face.
And I am filled with joy to have seen yours once again. Farewell, and go upon this last journey.
What is it, Shen?
Please, I just need a moment alone. Do not worry about me. I will find you later.
I must wait.
It feels like a lifetime since I last held this jewel in my grasp. Oh, the memories flood back into me. I was a vain fool in my youth. I know it will be hard for you to think of me so, but it's true, though it was a long, long time ago.
What are you going to do?
Well, Dirges has escaped, and it's more important than ever for me to find him.
Where is the Black Soulstone?
Malthael destroyed it, and used the power within.
Then Malthael's death will have released Diablo. He is free. The Nephilim had done the impossible. By conquering death, he had redeemed the angels and saved all mankind. In that moment, with victory at hand, I saw the Nephilim in a new light. He is a hero who can defeat the champions of heaven and hell, and a necromancer who protects the innocent, but within him beats a mortal heart that will one day be tempted to corruption. On that day, will he have the strength to resist? Or will he be our doom?
Greetings, Nephilim. I can create a rift so you might test your skill in battle. But first, I require a keystone.
I've got some brand new goods you might be interested.
Greetings, Nephilim. Though you have defeated many powerful foes, there remains much to be done. This is a map of Sanctuary and the realms beyond. From here, you can select a region to view it in greater detail. This map displays the different places you can go within the region. Locations marked by an exclamation point have bounties for you to undertake. Bounties are the many tasks and challenges which require your attention. In return for completing them, you will be rewarded with powerful items. Good luck, Nephilim. Sanctuary has need of you.
Yes, I live once more. I'm very hard to kill, and really, you did a sloppy job. But enough small talk. I need your help. An artifact lies in the ruins of Seshron, guarded by the spirit of a mighty warrior, who will only grant it to the worthy. I think you'll have a better chance of impressing this spirit than I. Aid me in this, and I'll use the artifact to help you. The Nephilim, that fool, actually killed me. Of course, this was not my first time stepping through that door, and I imagine it won't be my last. Fortunately, I am well prepared. Some would say that animating a constructed body with preserved memories is not truly coming back to life. I say those fools don't understand the sheer wonder of being Sultan Cool.
I suppose business will pick up now that the Skeleton King is dead.
Greetings, Nephilim. Though you have defeated many powerful foes, there remains much to be done. This is a map of Sanctuary and the realm.
Hey, come over here. No one round here appreciates the work I put into acquiring these fine wares. It's not easy, I can tell you that.
Greetings, Nephilim. Though you have defeated many powerful foes, there remains much to be done. This is a map of Sanctuary and the realms beyond. From here, you can select a region to view it in greater detail. This map displays the different places you can go within the region. Locations marked by an exclamation point have bounties for you to undertake. Bounties are the many tasks and challenges which require your attention. In return for completing them,
there are many dead here.
We're cut off! They'll be upon us at any moment! Stand firm, brothers, and they will sing of our valor through the ages! The enemy is here! For glory!
Skewer the Nephilim curse!
I need a corpse. That is not possible.
I am overcome with an odd feeling. We are not the first to have fought this skirmish.
I will forever live in anguish for my last attempt to honor my king. As we lay him to rest in his burial chamber, he manifested as a hideous skeletal demon. Gorash and my other knights were overcome at once, but I fought on.
I must have a corpse.
This world can abide you no longer.
I'm afraid not. That is not possible. That needs to recharge. I'm afraid not for this knowledge.
Keep your distance from him. This burden is mine to bear. May death bring peace from your madness, Leon.
traitors! Even in death, the armies of Condorus will still obey their king, even if you will not.
You dare to bring the ward of life into my tomb?
We shall put you down, Hellspawn!
I must wait. I must have a corpse. I need a corpse. I'm afraid not. That needs to recharge. I must have a corpse.
Always wanted to fight some of these.
I require a corpse for that. That is not possible.
Weakness consumes you! Could we find more like that?
Corpse. Corpse. corpse for that.
Greetings, Nephilim. Though you have defeated many powerful...
That needs to recharge.
Amazing strength.
I must wait. That is not possible.
Heard troubling news.
I need a corpse.
Another cult
Give it more time.
has emerged from the shadows, and its members gather to the north. They vicious hounds roam the north. There is no end to the number of rituals these cultists will use to twist mortal flesh. Some call the process ascension, a lie that no doubt buys them obedience. But mark my words, these abominations have not ascended. They live only to suffer and hate until they meet their final death.
need a corpse. Give it more time.
There, a worthy foe. Decay and rot.
Beasts have been sighted in the lands bordering Skarsgård. Some say they are part man and part wolf, but I have not been able to confirm it with my own eyes. Whatever their origin, the destruction they leave in their wake suggests that we are right to fear the worst.
I must wait. I can't do that. I must have a corpse. I can't do that.
Yes, I live one. I think...
have a corpse.
That's another one. An incredible feat.
That is not possible. I need a corpse. No. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. That is not possible.
Kill the interloper!
I need to go back.
To me, you beasts! Let none...
have some new items that I'm certain.